Good day, ladies and gentlemen. L.A.R movement still moving. This blog is basically about you are no closer to God than me. Did a blog and somebody didn't agree with some of the things I said. We all not going to agree about things, so that's just, I can respect that. But something that they said, they told me that I need God. Like, nah. I I'm an adult for one, so I'm not saying this out of. I hear people use that with too many people too much, like as if like there is no hierarchy on God. Like there's nobody who's closer on this earth than anybody else. It's more of a superiority complex. You know, God is in everybody. I don't care what religion or non-religion a person's in. You know, they were created. So you respect them as human beings. You know, you show them love and honor, and be honest with them. You know, I think it's ungodly to be dishonest to somebody. I think it's ungodly to be um, uh, evil to a person. I think it's ungodly to be fake. You know, I mean, if you speaking from a place of compassion, I mean, sometimes you might say something honestly that you can't sugarcoat, and that's okay. You know, just like the person said something to me that they felt they couldn't sugarcoat. That's okay, but that don't mean you're closer to heaven than I am. You know, uh, and I'm gonna put it in various ways. Like I go to church, you know, and it's funny because some days I dress up, some days I don't. And anybody who's been going to church for a long time know that the way some people dress up in church now, it's real casual. Like years back, people that threw a fit about that. But in reality, ain't no dress code. Like God don't have a dress code, so that's why it's always come as you are. But people got a problem with come as you are. The other thing is, just because you look the part, don't mean you are the part. Like like being a quote unquote godly person is more about being a stand up person. You practice what you preach. A lot of people talk it, but they don't walk it. Like they just talking. You know, a lot of people might get offended by something and go off on a person. I know I have a Bible and a Quran, and I have them for a reason. You know, the Bible because I grew up with the Bible. The Quran because the Bible is in the Quran, and so are chapters that they didn't put in the Bible. Because if anybody knows about biblical history, they know that it's more books than the ones you got in your regular Bible. They took some out for they rechanged the writing, did all kinds of stuff. That's why Moses and Jesus is white. It's just don't believe everything in your Bible the way it is now. You got to get an older Bible to really get the honest translations of everything. Um, the other thing is there is no excuse for this, but people do it all the time. Um, Jesus wasn't a punk, so just because somebody might say something that you don't like, don't make them a bad person if they're not talking with malice. You get what I'm saying? Jesus said some things and did some things that probably would offend most people now. Like the line, depart from me, for which, depart from me, for I do not know you. See, a lot of people to this day will walk up on Jesus and he said that to them, they be, oh my God, what you mean you don't know me? It's not, it's who you are and what you do. Like some people always say, yeah, it's what's in your heart, but it is what's in your heart. But at the same token, you can have a black heart. You know, just try to front it well. That don't make sense. So I mean, this is my way of saying, look, don't insult anybody by telling them that they need God, because a poet quoted once, the people who claim they know God are just troublemakers. You know, because you ain't heard from them, and I ain't heard from them. Not in the same way, at least. God ain't told you nothing to tell me, and I ain't telling you something that God told me to tell you. Because God don't need me to do that. You know, God don't need you to do it either. So just watch that. You know, and that ain't. It's not a good look. Because when you start doing stuff like that, you start exalting yourself. And when you exalt yourself over somebody, that's more of a devilish thing than it is a godly thing. You know, God is in the people with the people. And I'm going to end it like this. And this is what I mean. When people look at God, it's automatically a good and evil scenario. You look at God, you know, God is the good, you know, the devil is evil, you know, Satan's evil or whatever. Satan is God's creation. So though Satan will be beaten, you know, everybody knows that part of the story in Revelations or whatever. But you still got to understand, they still have conversations. You know what I'm saying? Satan don't live in heaven, but they still talk. You know, so if you meet somebody who's completely different from you, you got to realize if God can have a conversation with Satan, you can have a conversation with somebody that you don't like either. I'm out.